Hi, so today I'm going to be doing the book colour tag, and I was tagged by Amanda the Glittery Nerd, and she's awesome and you should totally check her out. Now, I have a lot of books to get through. I actually didn't know I had this many blue books, as I have chosen blue because I thought I didn't have that many, but I was wrong. I have a lot of blue books apparently, and I did not know that, so I'm probably not going to go into much about them, if at all, about the books. You'll have to forgive me, but otherwise this video is going to take forever. So let's just get started. Also, a side note, I am horrible at pronouncing names, especially last names, and I'm probably going to butcher a few authors' last names, and I apologise in advance. Okay, so yeah. So the first book I'm going to be showing you is Sailor Moon Volume 2 by Makio Takeshi. I don't know. But yes, we have the first book of the blue, because it's blue. And the second book is also a Sailor Moon one. It's number 7, Makio Takeshi. If you haven't watched the anime, or you don't know what Sailor Moon is, you're interested in anime, go watch the anime or grab the manga, because I'm in love with Sailor Moon. Like, I am cosplaying as Sailor Moon for Supernova in Melbourne this year. That's how much I love Sailor Moon, and I have a lot of Sailor Moon stuff, so you should totally check out Sailor Moon if you haven't before. Okay, the next blue book I have is The Great Escape by Fiona Gibson. I think this is about a mother who wants to get away from her kids. I don't know. I can't really remember much about it. It's blue, okay? The next blue book I have is Lindsay Kellick's book, I Heart New York. It's just a novel chick lit book, and it's great and fun. Now, this book you'll be familiar with, I'm sure. It is J.K. Rowling's The Tales of the Beetle and the Bard, and it is an amazing Harry Potter must-have for any fan of Harry Potter. The next blue book I have is Helen Fitzgerald's Dead Lovely, and yeah, as I said, I'm not going to go into the descriptions of these books. Maybe for some of them I will, but there is really a lot of blue books to go through, so we're just going to be quick and simple. So the next blue book I have is Cecilia Ahern's P.S. I Love You. Cecilia Ahern is one of my favourite authors. I think you're going to see a couple of her books in here because she does have a couple of blue books, and if you are interested in romance or an older genre, or just a good book in general, please pick up Cecilia Ahern's books. This is amazing, and I cannot rave more about her. If you're interested in me talking more about any of these books, by the way, just let me know in the comments below, and I will gladly do so in another video. The next blue book I have is Artemis Fowl's The Tartic Incident. I think this is book 2 in the series. I'm not quite sure. It was in order until I took it off my shelf to be in this video. Now the next book I have is The Lovely Bones by Annalise Spellode. Oh gosh, I probably pronounced that wrong, but as I said, I'm going to be butchering last names in this video, so stay with me. Now this is a quite battered copy of it. I got it second hand like this, and it was quite killing me to get it, but I couldn't pick it up anywhere else. Probably now I'm going to pick up another copy of it, but yes, it's blue. Battered and blue. Next blue book I have is Frogs and French Kisses by Sarah Minogsky. This is just a really funny twin series that I really enjoyed. I think the first book is called Bras and Broomsticks, and I just really enjoyed this series. The next blue book I have is Knocked Out by My Nunga Nungas, by Louise Renson. I love this series. I think the first book is called Angus Falls and Perfect Sloan. Pretty sure it is. But I've got the whole series of this. It's just a great, funny series. It's probably more aimed at younger teens, but tell you what, if you want a fast-paced, quick, funny read, then definitely pick up this series. As you can tell by the title, this series is just hilarious. The next book I have is Cecilia Ahern's Girl in the Mirror. As I said, Cecilia Ahern, great author. These are just 2 short stories. They probably weren't as great as her actual books, but it's still a pretty good read, and I enjoyed it. The next blue book I have is also a Cecilia Ahern book, and it's The Time of My Life by Cecilia Ahern. This book was amazing. Cannot rave about how much I love Cecilia Ahern. Just go pick up their books. The next blue book I have is Apocalypse for Beginners. Yes, I can't say that word. I'm sorry. Alright, but this book is kind of interesting. I'm thinking of maybe doing a review on it. I haven't read it in a while, but if you are interested in seeing a review on this, let me know. As I said, I would go into more detail about these books, but there's so many blue books to get by. The next blue book I have is Anne Pulfer's The Wish List, and it's very shiny and blue. The next blue book I have, and if you haven't read it, just stop what you're doing, even just stop stop the video and just go pick up this book. There's A Fault in Our Stars by John Green. Absolutely amazing book. I'm assuming you all know what it's about, so I'm not going to bother with saying it. But if you don't know what it's about, just go and pick it up. Just go. It's amazing. The next blue book I have is Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Lani Taylor. I haven't actually read this book yet, but I plan to very soon and I'm excited. And I just can't wait to get into this book. The next blue book I have is 29 by Adeline Habler. I think this is an adult book where a person who is 75, she wants to be 29 again, and so she gets her wish granted and she turns 29. And it's just a funny story about her turning 29 and all the shenanigans she gets up to. The next blue book I have is Revelations, a Blue Bloods novel by Melissa de la Clercq. This is in the series of the Blue Blood series. It's an okay series. I probably won't recommend you guys pick it up as there are better series out there, but it's okay for what it is. The next blue book I have is Cross My Heart and Hope to Spy by Ali Carter. I can't really remember this book. I think we're going to have to reread it, but it is blue as you can see. The next blue book I have is Blue Bloods by Melissa de la Clercq. This is the first book in the Blue Blood series that I was talking about. And the next blue book I have, oh my god, there are so many blue books, is That Loving Feeling by Carol Matthews. Carol Matthews is a great author. She's just a funny kind of romantic author, and her books are interesting and they're really, really great and just funny and relaxing. And if you're interested in reading an adult romance book, then pick up her writing. The next book I have is one of my favourite books, and it is Unholy by Neil Shusterman. It is the second book in the Unwind series. Unwind probably being one of my favourite books of all time. I would definitely recommend you pick up this series if you haven't already. I can't really go into much detail of it because, as I said, too many blue books, but pick up this book, Unwind first and then this book, and I'm probably going to be doing a review on this soon because they are my favourite books, so I'm going to do a review of them so more people read them because people need to read these books. The next blue book I have is Blue Dragon by Carly Chan, and it is the third book in the Dark Havens trilogy. Now White Tiger is the first book in this trilogy. I have done a review on it. It was one of my first videos, so it's probably not the greatest video, but I just love this series. I would highly recommend you pick it up. I can't really go into much detail, but if you are wanting to know more about it, I have done a review on it. So yeah, I'll leave that in the comments below. The next blue book I have is Tokyo Babylon. I think it's number 5 by Clamp. It's just a manga series, and it is, you can tell, it is clearly blue. The next blue book I have is, oh gosh, how many times am I going to say the next blue book that I have in this video? Probably a lot. Too much. Too many blue books. Sorry, never enough books. Stop rambling. Get back onto the video. Okay, sorry about that. The next blue book I have is Frostbite by Rochelle Mead. It is the second book in the Vampire Academy series, and if you haven't picked up that series, go do so quickly before the movie comes out in Australia. Go do it. The next blue book I have is Misguided Angel by Melissa de la Clercq. It's another book in the Blue Blood series that we have talked about previously in this video. The next book I have is City of Ashes. It is book number 2 in the Mortal Instruments series. The first book in the series being City of Bones. If you haven't picked up that series, what are you doing? Great series. Just go pick it up. Great series. The next blue book I have is Shiver by Leggy Stafford. I think it's about werewolves. I have read this book. I need to reread it because I can't really remember it, but it is clearly blue. The next blue book I have is Wicked Lovely by Melissa Ma. I have very mixed feelings about this series in general, but it is blue, so it's going in this tag. And the next blue book I have is Bitter Blue by Kristen Gashel. This is the third book in the Graceling series. Graceling is one of my favourite books of all times, and the series in general is really, really great. And I'm probably going to be doing a review on Graceling soon, but it's just a fantastic series and I would highly recommend you check them out. The next blue book I have is A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. If you don't know what this book is about, what are you doing with your life? Are you under a rock? There's a TV series on it. Just pretty great book. Very, very long though, so, but it is blue, so. The next blue book I have is The Lake of Dreams by Kim Edwards. It's a great romantic book. I can't really remember what this book is about. I need to reread a lot of my books. I don't know, I just have too many books. Too many books. I do remember this book being really, really good. The next blue book I have is one of my favourites again, and it's Indigo Spell by Rochelle Mead. And this series is amazing. It's by Rochelle Mead. It's a spin-off series to the Vampire Academy series, and it's just everything. Sydney and Adrian in this are just amazing. The next blue book I have is Bitten and Smitten by Michelle Rowan. It's just another vampire book. I read it in my post-Twilight phase, and I remember it being a funny kind of vampire series, an adult series, but yes. The next blue book I have is Loveless. It's a manga series. I don't think I've read this book yet. I got given it, but yes, it is blue. The next blue book I have is, of course, a favourite, a classic, a timeless, my saviour. And it is, of course, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire by J.K. Rowling. This is very loved. As you can tell, will love me have allowed some creases in the spine, which you probably can't see, but there are creases. That makes me cry. But this series, if you haven't read the books, just go read them. I don't know what you're doing with your life. Please go read these books because they will change your life. They're just amazing. Go read them. Just stop the video. This video isn't important. These books are though. And the last blue book I have is Eragon by Christopher Pallone. This is the first book in the Eragon series, which I actually recently read. I'd never read this series before. My best friend got it for me for my birthday last year, and I read this series and I loved it. So yes, I would highly recommend this beautiful, majestic series. And it brings a wrap up to this blue book tag. So now I'm going to insert a clip of showing you all the books in this video that were in a line, that were blue. That took me forever to do, so insert here. So without further ado, here is my book colour blue rainbow tag. All from here, across here, to down here. Now I know that this blue might not be in particular order. I'm not very good with rainbows. It took me forever to try and get this perfect. I know that it might not be perfect, but it was the best that I can do, so hopefully you appreciate it, because it took a lot of work and time. So yeah, that was my book colour tag. I'm just going to tag any of you guys. If you guys want to do it, you should totally do it. But as a warning, this tag is very hard to do. Maybe not so hard, maybe it's just for me because I had a lot of blue books, but it was also very fun and actually kind of opened my eyes to how many books I have. You guys might think that I only have one bookshelf, as you can only see this one more bookshelf here. I live in a unit, so my bookshelves are spread out throughout the unit. I may have 4 of these big sized babies spread around the house, as well as a couple of other small bookcases. I have too many books. You can never have enough books. But maybe you can, when they start filling up everywhere, which they're about to do. I'm going to have to rearrange my bookcases soon, as I'm just buying another books so many times. But anyway, this has nothing to do with anything, so that is the end of the book colours tag. I hope you enjoyed it. It took me a while to do, and I hope you enjoyed seeing all my blue books. And leave a like if you like this video, and comment down below if you want to do this tag, if you want to know anything more about the books I mentioned, as I didn't really get into any of them as we didn't have time. I just wanted to get through this. And yeah, and subscribe if you'd like to see more book related videos from me. And I guess I'll see you next time. Okay, bye!